Meaningful Metrics with Sarah Kazmarek. I just want to remind everyone, as you want to ask a question today, you can raise your hand by clicking the hand icon next to your name or entering your question in the chat box. I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Alicia Piazza, and I'm the Community Manager for the Web Content Managers Forum and Listserv. And today we are really lucky to have Sarah present. She's here from GAO. And we asked her on Monday to present, so we are really glad to have her. Sarah is an analyst in the Office of Public Affairs at the U.S. Government Accountability Office. She recently completed the 2-year professional development program, working on evaluations of various federal government programs. Sarah has maintained multiple internal websites for her agency, and this is her first experience helping to improve the usability of the GAO's public website. And I think you'll find her report and her presentation today really useful. So go ahead, Sarah.
All right. Thank you. Great. So I'm going to talk today through a presentation that I often actually give to both senior executives at the GAO and also all the way down to the analyst level. And it's a presentation that really focuses on taking what we've learned from using data gathered in Google Analytics over the last couple of quarters and turning that into ways to improve our website to make it more usable for our audience. So I'm going to talk through a few main points today. The first is going to be looking at who uses our site and how we look at different user information. The second is looking at how users come into our website. The third is looking at what pages the user starts when they first come into a GAO site, and then looking at pages viewed in general on the site, and finally what we've done in terms of next steps now that we have this data. And GAO installed Google Analytics on our site in mid-March, and this presentation is focused on the third quarter of FY12. And the data, we've excluded all of our internal users, which is a best practice in looking at Google Analytics data, and focused exclusively on external users to our site. So I'll go ahead and start diving in. First, looking at our users. We have about 527,000 users coming to the site each quarter. And prior to having Google Analytics, we were using a different tool which wasn't as good at tracking just specifically people coming in looking at the site. It was also including things like bots and crawlers. And we didn't really have a handle on exactly how many people were coming in and looking at the site. So now that we have Google Analytics, we can see specifically how many people are coming into our site, each day, each week, each quarter, and keep an eye on how that traffic grows over time. We've also been able to see how many users are new to our site. And since we've recently installed Analytics, about 62% of our users are new. Looking at the next quarter of data, we've seen this number drop down by a few percentage points. And we expect as more people return to our site and we've had Analytics for longer, that we'll see more returning customers to our site. In addition, we know that about 5.5% of our traffic is coming in from a mobile device. And this has continued to grow as we've seen our next quarter data. And it's been really helpful having information on mobile because we recently launched a gao.gov mobile app. And we were able to see with the traffic coming in from mobile that most of our traffic was coming in from iPhone users. So we were able to make an informed decision to decide to go with an iPhone app first, and now we're developing an Android app because the next highest group of